Baby, give me Bisli Coca-Cola. Abanik ng my Nike jogger. Oh, hello. Sorry. Didn't see you guys there. Where are my manners? Would you believe me if I told you that your favorite drink was created in a toilet? I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it's true. The year was 1951. Young Robert was messing with some mineral water, aromatic herbs, and milk serum, commonly known as whey. Meanwhile, his brother Jean Bott came back from America after having a devastating loss to sell his beer with the same milk formula. But young Robert wasn't going to give up on his venture. The only difference was that he wasn't trying to make beer with his milk serum, but something far more interesting. He was messing with herbs, water, and milk whey to create a carbonated drink, and with some help of Dr. Süssli from ETH Zurich, they were able to fine-tune the formula of today what we know and love as Rivella. Soon after that, filled with passion and entrepreneurial spirit, he ventured to get production in Steffa, Zurich. He procured second-hand technology, machinery, and hired his first 14 employees and called it the Milken Institute. But it was no rainbows and sunshines from there on. As expected, they faced a lot of friction getting the drink to the masses. But sooner it became popular within the local communities and the business started growing. But wait. Where did the name Rivella came from? One day Robert was traveling and he came across a train station, Riva San Vital, which is also a small village in Ticino. Sad for Robert, Swiss law doesn't allow naming products after villages. Fascinated with the word, he came up with revelazione, which means revelation. He said, yes, we are a revelation in the beverage game, but the advertising consultant opposed. But the word revelation stuck with him and he suggested Rivella, and the advertising consultant agreed. The demand soon grew and expansion was inevitable. Robert relocated his company to Rotrist in the canton of Aargau, where it still resides to date. The formula of making Rivella is so secret, nobody except the family knows about it. Not even the CEOs.
You as the CEO, do you know the secret?
Shall I show you quickly? No, it's a joke. It's really secret. It's also secret to me.
You don't know it?
I don't know it.
So how many people are we talking about? Is it a handful? Is it 10, 15 or?
Talk about 5 to 7 people reporting to the family. When it comes to the recipe, it's about the family then.
And this led them to new heights, gaining major influence in health side of food and beverages. It made its early mark on the sports community, said the head of company board, Alexander Bart, who is also the son of the founder Robert Bart. The fact that it contains all the water solubles of milk makes Rivella a really good thirst quencher. It replaces not only the liquids that you lose when sweating, but the minerals too, said Alexander. I'm sure you guys have heard the term keep your friends close but enemies closer. Something similar also happened to Rivella. Their success pissed some people off, and by people I mean the Verband der Schweizer Mineralquellen, Association of Swiss Mineral Sprewing. They threatened innkeepers and retailers with a block on deliveries of its range of mineral water and soft drinks such as Elmer, Citro, Pepita, Viva Cola if they chose to offer the new rival in their establishment. The rival being Rivella. The Swiss Festival of Gymnastics in summer 1955 even decreed a ban on the sale of Rivella. Robert remained undaunted. Instead of being discouraged by this, he instead used it to gain more public support by advertising campaign against the organized monopolies, and from that point on, the rise was unstoppable. Today, Rivella is bigger than ever. They have around 300 employees, 95% brand recognition in Switzerland, and 130 million in revenue. And by far the most impressive achievement of all, the Best Employers Award. Yes, they are indeed the best company to work for. Their employees rate the highest rate of satisfaction. The story of Rivella doesn't end here. Rivella introduced many different flavors and variants to their roster. The original Rivella Red contains 35% whey. The rest of the drink is based around fruit and herb flavoring and sugar. In 1959, Rivella Blue was launched, which was a lighter version of Rivella Red, but contained far less sugar. Later, they added Rivella Green to the family, which had the contents of Rivella Red, but added green tea for an added boost. Later, Rivella Refreshed, Grapefruit, Swiss Mint were added, but for some reason were discontinued, sadly. I don't know why. Rivella was dominating in the market and getting bigger than ever. Another bold move was seen by them. In 1983, they took over Michel Drinks and gave it the motto, Pure Fruit Enjoyment. With such growth and development, international expansion was due. Outside the home state, the main export is Holland. Around 105 million liters is exported. A fun fact that Rivella Blue is the most popular in Netherlands, unlike in Switzerland where Rivella Red is the people's favorite. Germany was always a big focus. They tried to launch there multiple times, tried hard marketing, but the drink always failed to take off. sadly. Similar story was seen in UK and USA. No matter how hard they tried, they just couldn't garner any solid grounds. It is said that it's difficult to grab the taste of it if you haven't been raised with it. I actually don't believe in this theory, as luckily for me, I was able to try Rivella when I came to Switzerland in 2015 on my summer vacation. And I remember vividly where I drank it and what my reaction was. I was blown away by the taste, the flavor, the crisp of the flavor smashed perfectly in ratio with the carbonated water. It was unique. And this is the same sentiment I've heard from all the South Asian people. They all love it. I have a business proposal for Rivella. Instead of wasting time and money in European and American markets, why don't you all take some risk and invest in the South Asian markets such as Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, to name a few? I'm dead sure you will make 100x returns on your investments. The drink is a bound success. Coming back to the video. The year is 2000, same as my birth year. Lol. The presidency was passed from Robert Bot to his son Alexander Bot. And soon after that, Robert Bot passed away in 2007. But his creation is still alive and thriving among us to date, and it's a vital cultural aspect of the Swiss tradition. This was the story of Rivella, the drink dominating Switzerland. My name is Abdul Basit, and if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel for more such content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Jetzt endlich, Digga, trinket mir einfach. Done.